That's what I want to say to you about Conor McCricken. How difficult. Do you remember your debut and you know what it was like, and you know how Conor must have felt today as well. You know,
yeah, like I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was chuffed to bits, and it was a massive day for Conor, for his family, for his club. You know, all and to do well. And when I came on to a Down team, Down were a team that was used to playing in Division 1, playing in the knockout stages of the National League, which was the quarterfinals and semi-finals and finals, you know, played in Ulster finals and that. So it was a totally different experience for me. You were coming on to a team that was one of the top teams.
What age were you, Ross? What age and what position did you?
I started in middle of the field,
right?
And it was probably 20 in 2019, 20 or something. But it's funny, like when you come on, then you served your time, John, too. You know, you might have been on a panel for 12 months or 18 months before you got a regular start. Mm-hmm. And that was just expected. You know, I think sometimes fellas can come onto a panel nowadays, and if they don't get playing straight away, they can take the hump on their way again. You know, and I think that's just today, but that's not relevant to today. I was delighted for Conor because I think he can be a plus. But a plus because he would help so many others. I think he'd be a revelation in there if for Corey, especially. If we could lighten, and I don't mean this that Corey isn't good at it. If we could lighten the ball winning jobs of Corey, not that he doesn't have to win his own ball, because he can and he will do that. But if we could reduce the pressure on him to do it and allow him to, Corey reminds me a wee bit of a Canavan. I'm not comparing them as players. I'm just saying he reminds me of a Canavan. If you ever watch his movement, I think we spoke on an earlier episode, John, about Donal O'Hare.
Yeah.
You know, Donal O'Hare will run 3-4 times when he's playing for Burren that he nearly tires out the keeper or the defender, and then Burren will play him the ball. He's constantly on the go, and he's really, really good at it. Well, Corey's the same now. Corey may not have the blinding pace that Donal has, but Corey can lose you in a 20-yard box. His movement is exceptional. I think he's a really, really intelligent footballer. So if we could get somebody, even with being double teamed, if we could get somebody else that can win the ball and even give it to another man, Corey will always find space. If we can hold it long enough in there, Corey will find enough space to get on the end of it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The other thing is that people know that looking at these three games, people know, well, if you take Corey Quinn out of the game, you reduce down scoring threat by 50%. He must have scored at least, 50%. I think he got 6 or 7 points today.
He did.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Maybe 4 or 5.
He got 0.7. 0.3 were from play.
Yeah. Right. Well, I think he got 0.3 or 0.4 against Meath. Well, he's definitely got 30 or 40% of our scoring. So we have got to come up with something different against Laois, because Laois will say, stop Corey Quinn. Mm-hmm. So if we can go ahead, Joe.
Sometimes that might be good. It might be good to, like, Corey is going to get a lot of attention now. And Laois are going to have him earmarked. It's obviously Down's danger man. And, Laois they're either going to double team, they're obviously going to put their best man marker on him. And that might give an opportunity for Conor McCricken or whoever else. So they might get a wee bit more space, But Corey is an excellent player, and he's brilliant in those little small areas because his change of direction is brilliant. He mightn't be the fastest in a straight line race, or anything, but the way he moves the ball from hand to hand and his footwork, his quick footwork as well. He's both footed as well, Ross, so he can come either side, and he's as accurate in both feet. So yeah, I think another player in there. Now, is Conor McCrickard the man? I haven't seen much of Conor. Obviously, it was his debut today in club football.
He's only probably 21 or 22, John, is he?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, he was under 20s. I think with your Ross,
right?
Remember they played Tyrone. Conor was full forward, and that year, or under 20s that year. So yeah, he must be only.
Is he a heavy scorer? Is he at club level?
Club level he would be now.
And he's a goal scorer too.
Yeah,
right.
It's just an awful pity.
That's good.
You didn't, and I know we're looking for perfect. You didn't have a Harrison in there.
Yeah.
I think a Conor Harrison would be superb.
He's too busy.
Corey.
He's too busy over here in Eastern Hills.
Yeah. But there's a lad, and I know I don't know how concrete the panel is, but Sean Dorn is playing well for Castlewellan.
Now, Ross, I think that's Sean Dornan has everything that Down need. Now I know sometimes he can be a bit erratic and all that there, but man management and that comes into play too there, where like Sean Dornan must be 6'3", strong as a bull.
He's a big, strong fella.
By all accounts, he's playing well in the preseason league. Like, there is, like, you've seen Danny Savage being brought up to the panel last week and thrown in. So, it is something that could be used. And I know what you're saying, like we're looking for professional, but this is the sort of debates that people will be having, sitting around tonight. Yes, like we're delighted that Down won, but we are looking to see, can Down go to the next level? Can Down, like as you said,
well, they're not going to go to the next level this year.
No,
for me is retaining. I don't expect Down to beat Donegal. And if at the end of this year Down retain their Division 2 status, bearing in mind that they had to play the two teams in their group, they had the two teams relegated out of Division 1. I think that's I don't think you can overlook that.
No.
I think that's a massive achievement for this group of players, because in the other group of Laois and Clare, Cork, and
Kildare, is it?
And Kildare, they apart from Cork, who came up out of division, those other three teams were Division 2 teams last year. So we got the hardest group, and we had to play the two teams in Division 1 that came down out of Division 1 first. So the confidence was going to be fragile, and the results went the way I expected them to go. Today was a huge bonus, and if we can beat Laois, I think for me, I would be happy. And then it gives you a platform, given that it is Donegal. We would have to pull out a huge result to beat Donegal, but it would give us a lot of confidence knowing that we have Division 2 again next year.